tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
No? Okay. All right. Buzzers, welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV's Arrow After Show. My name is Alikona Bradford. Do not forget that you can watch us live if you're not already doing it on YouTube. We stream live, so our podcasters know. P.S. You can download us on iTunes. You can also tweet at us. Please do it while we're doing it live. We have trivia questions and all kinds of fun stuff. So, now that I got that out of the way, let's introduce everybody else.
Oh, I'm excited about the all kinds of fun stuff. Hi, Lex Michael, Twitter handle at the Lex Michael.
Oh, excuse me, I forgot to give mine.
Yes, you did.
At Kiss My Passport. Amen. Without the amen. Okay, go ahead.
Amen.
And I'm Tauri J. Miller. I'm on Twitter at Tauri J. It's TAURIJAY.
And I'm Katie Cullen. Hi, all my buddies. I'm on Twitter at Kiaxet, Kiaxet.
All right, so we had a really exciting episode because we finally got Slade Wilson back, and I was so happy to see him. Unfortunately, he's locked up again, so we may not see him for a while.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah?
I am super okay with that.
Anybody think he lost weight?
He's been
Well, you
in
would
a
imagine.
9x10 prison
But I
cell.
mean, in real life,
It's not.
he just looks so slender. I'm not mad at that.
Because he's not wearing the bulky hockey equipment
He's
anymore.
not wearing tie
Yeah.
gear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. His muscles disappeared with the outfit. That's
So it's not a
disappointing.
pale orc, so that helps too.
All right. Well, either way, so we start this episode. We kick it off on the island with brother and sister duo training, and I thought it was really cool. It's the first time we've seen, or at least that I can recall, the two of them training together, and I really liked it. Anybody else a big fan?
Yeah.
It's also the first time we've seen Thea do the sticks. Usually we see her do sword
Swords.
training. Yep.
Sticks.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Yes, sticks.
Well, either way, okay, so...
Chicks with sticks.
Chicks with sticks. Why is our podcast not called Chicks with Sticks?
Because you're on it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's something you
Well,
haven't
wait,
told
we're
us.
the sticks and you're the chicks.
Oh, but I'm cheating.
And that's
Good job.
inappropriate.
All right.
Yeah.
I meant because we're skinny.
Okay.
you
So anyway,
didn't.
I forgot to
Absolutely.
tell you guys, by the way, P.S., because we are on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
If you haven't already.
Yes.
Tori, you really think I'm skinny?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
Tune into iTunes. Tune into YouTube so you
Tune
can see
into
how skinny
iTunes,
Lex
okay.
is.
So anyway, going back into the episode, speaking of Thea and the real huge theme, if they weren't blatant enough, that kept coming up is secrets. Oliver's secrets. He has secrets. Oh, by the way, guys, did you know Oliver has secrets?
I heard
What I
that.
love
Yes.
about this is that he has secrets. He has so many secrets. He hasn't figured out how to lie yet.
He's really bad at it.
He's terrible at it.
All he do when Thea says you're still keeping something from me, he just looks away. Like, no.
Word side eye.
Oh, man, but I mean, how do you handle that situation? Because the one big secret, I mean, Shadow, okay, that's awesome. We'll talk about her later. But the one big secret is the prying question of, so wait, who killed Sarah? No, really, who killed Sarah? Oliver. Who killed Sarah? How do you handle that?
Side glance.
Yeah. He did a good job of, like, dodging it the whole time. And he was telling her, like, it really wasn't the right time.
But the thing
completely.
is, he kept passing up. It's the Jack Sparrow thing. If you were looking for the opportune moment, that was it. And he kept missing the moments until finally it was gonna happen anyway. He passed up his ability to choose, and then it came out at the worst possible time because Oliver Queen is the
awesome
king.
timing.
He is the king of the worst possible moment. He's
Okay.
so good at that.
You know what I was going to say, though, too? Actually, you called it early because, you know, I watch the show and sometimes I'm just so busy into whatever I'm into as I'm watching that I don't think ahead, if that makes sense. And so as we're watching, and as soon as they're on the island and, you know, Oliver goes into the lair, into the Argus den and finds this dead soldier, I think it was you, Katie, that was like, oh, it's Malcolm. I was like, ooh, she's good. She's
Merlin let him
good.
out. Merlin totally let him out because there's no way
Yeah, if Slade could have done it himself, he would have done it a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. And
What a
swum off the
butthole,
island
though.
or something. I don't know.
So, okay, does anybody here...
I'm sorry. That's been the refrain since season 1.
Well, I know, but I mean, there's just a certain low, and that was really, really low to me.
He used Thea to murder Sarah.
Yeah, it doesn't get much lower than that.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
it's
wait.
kind of, I mean, you could go kick some puppies, but...
Why you gonna bring puppies?
He probably does that in his free time.
Yeah, he's doing that when he's
he
not
does.
messing with everybody else.
No, but okay.
It's like
so,
the opening to Guardians of the Galaxy, except he's kicking puppies out of the way.
But he doesn't mean dance while he's doing it. Yeah.
He does. It's terrible.
The Merlin jig.
Wow.
Another fantastic alternate title for the podcast is the Merlin Jig.
Then let me ask you this then. Jumping ahead towards the end, when Thea gets to confront Malcolm about everything and basically tell him, look, you sick bastard, I cannot believe you, right? And she gives him this look and she says, you know, I'll be your this, I'll be your that, I'll be your soldier, your student, your this, that, and whatever. I will fight alongside with you, but I will never be your daughter ever again. And they show Malcolm's face as if he wants to have a tear, but he doesn't want to have a tear. And the whole time he's saying, I'm doing it because I love you. How many people at this table think that's a crock of...
Well,
You
here's
know.
the thing. John Barrowman was at Gallifrey this weekend, and I was there for part of one of his panels. And if anyone's seen the Comic-Con panels, you know that they are essentially cabaret.
He's fantastic.
He's wonderful, but for a while he talked about Arrow and talked about Malcolm Merlin. And evidently there are points where the producers wanted him to play Merlin much darker and menacing and very obviously, I am evil! And he didn't want to do that because not only does Barrowman still kind of see Merlin as a good guy, Merlin sees himself
Right.
as a good guy
Yep.
and a
Right.
good father, and that's why he's doing these things. His motivations are messed up, but he still very much views himself in that regard. He's doing it for his family. He's doing it for the good of his city. And this is straight from the horse's mouth. So.
Right.
So what you're saying is he's delusional, is basically what you're saying.
Oh, super deluded.
Very much.
Well, you know, speaking of... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Every villain is the hero of their own story.
Oh, yeah.
That's very true. They're very true. I want to say, speaking of delusional fathers, getting into... sorry.
Nice segue.
Getting into Oliver's father, really quick, we have a Twitter question from Austin Noe, and I'm so sorry if I said the last part wrong. 790. He says, you know, I don't know if anybody here would remember, but the gentleman who played the father in this episode, is it the same guy who played the father in season 1 or in the pilot episode? Do we know?
Good question.
IMDb.
Twitter.
Where's our one Twitter follower who IMDb'd all those answers?
Everything.
That was awesome.
The answer is it's definitely possible.
If you
Yes.
want to tweet at us, use hashtag ABTV Arrow. We are checking the feed. We are keeping an eye on things. And that's how you answer trivia questions. Do you have one?
Yes, I do. Thank you for that fantastic segue.
Better segues than we had this episode.
All right, so Green Arrow's popularity originally took off in the 60s when he was paired with the Green Lantern in a successful run of stories by which legendary creative duo. So if you know the answer to that, please tweet at us and hashtag it ABTV Arrow. And we'll give you a shout out.
Yeah, we will.
I know this one.
Yeah, we will.
I think I kind of know this one.
I know this one.
So I just want to wrap this Thea segment up because we've clearly mentioned that Oliver gets to a point where he decides to tell Thea, look, so yeah, you did it, by the way.
Which was awful.
Terrible. Oh, it made me so mad because, like, I think you guys were saying too, he did such a good job of deflecting. You couldn't come up with one more excuse just to get you through this situation. And I get it that she kept on saying, look, Ollie, I'm not focused because I know you're keeping secrets. Then start talking about Shadow because she's still a secret. So maybe you can pull off saying that and sound like you're telling the truth because it is the truth, just from a different dynamic.
But she doesn't care about Shadow. That's something that's in the past. The fact that Slade killed her mom supersedes anything that may have happened with this unknown person.
Right.
She's more worried about stuff that directly affects her, her father, her brother, etc.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Either way, I just would have been like, I don't know. I really don't know who killed her. Can we move on? Oh, hey, look,
and
there's Slade right behind you.
He did try to deflect a little. It was Merlin killed her, Merlin used someone, and then this is why you need to get really good at reflexively using the they and pronouns.
Yep.
They did that on
because
purpose.
he didn't.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I have a tweeter. I have one of those. And quite possibly they have the answer to my trivia question, so I'm going to take a moment. Oh, wait. Tauri, rank these shows. Wait, that's not the a Twitter question?
I just get
Hold on.
a direct tweet.
You're heading the rotation. You're heading the rotation.
Wow.
Rick.
That's a little.
I really thought I was reading the answer to the
No, the other ones, we have Andy Epsilantis, who is 2 for 2. He says, yes, it was the same actor, Jamie Sheridan, and the dynamic duo is Dennis O'Neil and Neil Adams.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah.
Interestingly, the same duo behind Ra's al Ghul.
Hello, Andy Epsilantis, you wonderful human being.
Oh, so anyways, okay. My last thought on that, and I thought
Rank these shows. That was just
random.
That was the best non sequitur, and the fact that you got 6 words into it before you realized it was not the answer.
I guess I should have read that one to myself before I read it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you record late at night after everyone's had a full day of work.
So don't forget to tweet in and ask Tori what shows he likes that aren't Arrow.
Totally.
In all fairness,
Flash Arrow the 100.
You have failed this podcast.
Okay, and then also
Giving the people what they want.
You're giving one
so-
person what he wants.
my last thought on this, a quote, and I'm probably going to quote it wrong, so I'm letting you know off the get-go, but when they finally do get, okay, let me not jump too far ahead. So we got Thea, right, at gunpoint, and you know she wants to kill Slade. You know she does, and she has that bit of killer in her because she was trained that way and by a killer.
Well, and the dude murdered her mother at sword point right in front of her. There's so many flavors of not okay. With
That would annoy me.
Right. But here's the thing.
annoy you.
Okay, Oliver,
wow.
I understand. You are trying to maintain your humanity. I get it. You don't want to lose it. And you don't want Malcolm to get the best of you. But really, in that situation, how many people are you going to let walk away that have either murdered people that you care about or nearly dang near murdered you?
See, here's the thing. You just shoot out his kneecaps. You don't really recover from that very easily, but it's
True.
not fatal.
That is a good point. I don't know.
And everyone watching this is like, this just got really
This is really dark.
Hashtag creepy.
I never get make Katie mad about anything.
Oh, you're creeper, Tari. I'm just scary.
Oh, dear.
Gosh. Okay. Well,
I'm going to stay on this side of the table.
did mention when he was in the cell, everybody in your life has been touched by darkness.
I think it was just Thea's been touched by darkness.
Thea's been touched by darkness, but then he said he made a list of other people in his family.
That he keeps losing.
Yeah, well, there you go. Okay, that's what it was. My apologies. You've lost this person, No. I feel like it still
How
had to do
many
with
people can Oliver Queen lose before there's no more Oliver Queen?
Yes, but what I'm getting
7.
at. 7. But what I'm getting at is. I have no idea what just happened here.
It's a
Shameless Harry Potter reference. That's
Tari.
what just happened.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Swell.
Okay, so anyways, the point that I was just trying to make is, and you guys, please do correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the way I interpreted it, is he had said, in that line of everyone in your life has been touched by darkness, be it your mom, so-and-so, Laurel, whomever, Sarah, then he said the only person that has not is Felicity. Did you guys catch that?
No, because that's not what he said.
What?
He definitely brought up Felicity,
He
but
brought up Felicity, but it was, you lost your father, you lost your mother, now you've lost your sister. How's the girl
To
with the
darkness.
glasses? No.
Because he hasn't lost his sister.
He lost the sister he remembers. Thea is no longer the same innocent person
Right,
that he was
darkness.
trying to protect.
She's now got a piece of her that's dark.
The touch of darkness
her that's
conversation
dark.
is different from the you've lost them conversation.
Lost them to darkness.
it's a metaphor.
This isn't Kingdom Hearts.
So either way, you know what the point I'm
I
trying
know
to
it's
make.
Willa, but it ain't Kingdom Hearts.
All hearts begin in darkness.
Wouldn't it be great if like Mickey Mouse showed up on the island too?
Okay.
You know what? I'm just trying to say that. I was trying to say that maybe Felicity is going to be on his mind if he comes back. That's
Is
all.
Felicity ever not?
Yeah, that's
But-
generally
No,
true.
on Slade's mind. Y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, she
Christ.
was she was the instrument of his downfall. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
there
was that.
Dispenses stabity antidote. The usual phrase is dispenses stabity death, but that was not the case.
But going off of what you're saying, I mean, yes, Oliver has lost a lot of people to his secret keeping, and like though he is no longer a killer, like he's killing relationships left and right, and it's hard. I think it's going to be hard for him to maintain who he is and not kill. going forward, because it's going to be his only solution moving forward. The enemies aren't getting weaker.
Right.
No.
Well, especially when he starts coming up against the League of Assassins. Are you really going to sit there and debate over if I should kill somebody or not?
Honestly, I think kill or don't kill is not going to be the focal issue beyond the end of this season. Because there's always a villain of the season and an Oliver issue of the season. And the Oliver issue of this season is to kill or not to kill.
I would have said flashback here.
Well, Oliver has a lot of issues, but we're only focusing on one. And that's the to kill or not to kill thing. We're going to have that figured out, or mostly figured out, by the end of the season. And then, come season 4, he's going to have some other existential crisis.
Maybe you should just have a bullet-pointed list of qualifications of whether if you fall under these qualifications, I can kill you, and if not, then we'll let you live.
No, because that is a slippery slope.
No, it's very black and white. You're either this or that.
No, that's why Batman doesn't kill the Joker.
Oh.
Because once you start, you don't stop.
It's too easy.
Gosh, okay.
We've clearly put a lot of thought into this. Totally. That's why me and Katie don't kill people.
Oh,
Exactly.
I'm on a panel of psychos. That's awesome.
It took you this long to notice?
Hey, I'm normal, guys.
No, you're not. You're hashtag creepy Tauri. You have a hashtag.
Not on this panel.
Wow.
It doesn't go away.
Just
Your
like
sins
the
are
will
not
to kill.
absolved because you're on a different panel.
So why don't we switch gears and go back in time? Let's just make this a little bit happier, even though back in time is really not
Back
that
in
much
time
happier.
is not happier. Back
It's
in time
worse.
has drugs and murder.
And a terrible wig, by the way. To anybody else watching the show, you can tweet at me on this one. The hat and the wig.
I love that the hat made his hair look like Cocker Spaniel ears.
And it's just like, okay, this is one of the best known guys in the city. He's a known playboy. He's supposed to have disappeared, yada, yada, yada. He's just going to walk around with his face uncovered because, a baseball cap is going to be all the disguise you need. Oliver's an idiot. No, but wait, I get it. Oliver's an idiot.
Wait, okay.
Or maybe it was Waller's idea, and Waller had a stunning lapse in judgment. Or maybe everyone in Starling is just that stupid.
I haven't ruled that out.
Could be.
It's probably the Venn diagram overlap of the three. Yes, I'm getting pointed at with faces and yelling and
It's hopping up and down, happening.
Me next.
Yes.
Okay, so this is it. All right. I love the shout out. I love the shout out that Maceo made.
What?
Oliver is at this party spying on Thea with a green hoodie. Did anybody notice that his sweat hoodie was green?
He's always got green stuff to wear, yeah.
And oh my goodness. Okay, so Maceo says to him, dude, what are you doing? People will see you. I have my hoodie pulled over my head. Oh, come on. If you had grease smeared on your face, people would still know who you are. I'm like, thank you. Amen. Amen.
Oh, by the way, Andy's on my side. He says Thea was touched by darkness, but his list was of people he's lost in general. Then he brings up Felicity.
But he hasn't lost
Mic
Thea.
drop.
He has not lost Thea.
Thea lost her innocence.
So
true.
she's still there.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah, what's the point?
You just
She's
spit
an
on my
empty shell
arm,
now.
homie.
Sorry.
Okay, Philip Fathom.
I'm going to move to our next trivia question, please. All right. In season 2, Anthony Ivos Frater is named Amazo. In the comics, what is Amazo? I get quiet like someone's going to answer me right now.
I can't do that.
If you know the answer, you can tweet at me at Kiss My Passport, or you can tweet at all of us. How about that? Hashtag ABTV Arrow.
Also, what's left of him, the Frater Amazo had a wonderful green screenish cameo at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah.
The thing is, you could really tell it was green screen once we got down to Oliver and Thea sparring in the corner. It's like, oh, this is super fake.
Yeah, that wasn't there at all.
Wow.
Also, I think we touched on how aggressively the flashbacks are retconning what we know about the show. Yeah. But the premise of the first season was that Oliver spent, 5 years on a hellish island. And not only did he not spend 5 years on the island, he literally went home.
Right, and was in his house. Okay, where was everybody when he was home?
Meetings, auctions,
doing rich
prison.
people stuff.
I mean, were they getting
seriously.
Thea out of jail? No, she wasn't even in jail. She was at the party. Let's talk about the party, by the way, and the fact that this stupid drug dealer, that was the most amazing scene ever.
What was his name?
The guy that died over the banister?
Yeah,
Banister Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Banister Boy.
Banister Boy, yeah.
I thought that was awesome. And he recognized Oliver. Dude, you're like the queen guy.
Even with the hood down and him doing the thing with his voice where he talks like this, he's still just like, you're Oliver Queen. You're super famous.
Yeah. He said, crack, crack, boom. boom. See, that's when he was a killer.
Crack, boom.
Yeah.
Another fantastic alternate title for the podcast.
That's going to be a going theme this week, isn't it? Crack,
Yep.
crack, boom. It's the name of my Limp Bizkit cover band.
Okay, wait, hold, please. I
man.
might have an answer if I can.
Please.
If I can get this stupid. Don't
Stop the
ever give
podcast.
yourself a long password in your phone. Okay. If I pronounce your Twitter handle wrong, I am so sorry. You want to try that one?
A lot of comments about the
But
wig.
that's Poseidon.
Oh, I knew that.
That's the Greek god of the sea.
Sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry.
It was-
Amazo says Amazo is robot.
Is robot.
OMG Kylia, Khali. You got to tell me how to pronounce these things seriously.
'Cause they can tell you through
OMG
Twitter.
Kylia he's an android created by Ivo. And
Yes.
Andy Ypsilantis, Amazo is an android Ivo builds that can absorb and replicate metahuman powers.
Yep.
I also got Amazo as a regular opponent of the Justice League of America.
That is true.
Okay, that's Arrow BC16. We also have answers from
Why aren't you
Kathleen
in the
Sethel.
tag?
Austin, you gave me another shout out, and then yes, I mean I can never say it out loud.
Poseidon.
There you
I
go.
love this
I'm
one.
like, poison.
This one's
You know
all
nothing
in
of his
caps, and it makes me
There's
happy.
a movie on it.
Jean Hernandez writes, all in caps, Amazo is a power-replicating android and god, depending on who you ask.
Is that how you sound when you say the answer? Did she do a good
4
job?
exclamation points. They should very, very emphatic about it. Wow.
I love that.
I love that.
We also had a correct answer from Chirag.
You guys are so smart.
Thank you for
I don't
partaking.
see-
We enjoy this live tweeting situation.
I
It's a
don't
lot of
see
fun.
any of the people who gave you. Oh wait, no, there's Kathleen. Wow, that took a minute.
So anyway, going back to our flashback.
Yeah.
Because I was all So there's this whole mission going on, underlying all these other funny things that I'm just talking about, and
Funny stuff.
How has no one given us the off-topic alarm yet?
This is all technically somewhat related.
Yeah, it's relevant.
Sure.
hey, the guy that fell over the
is
banister is
relevant to
very
life.
relevant. Okay, so we're talking. Let's go back to the Omega. We've got the Omega for what? How many billions of dollars is this
Several.
going for?
A few.
It
Yeah.
started at 50 million.
She's like, who wants to buy Armageddon? Do any of these people realize they need the other piece?
They
made
read
mention
the
of that.
briefing, is what she said. So most likely.
Also,
They're probably just going to YouTube how to make the other piece, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, because there's a tutorial for that.
does 50 million seem a little low for Armageddon?
Well, you kind of midball an auction and then make people fight each
It's a
other.
good point.
Yeah.
Bidding war.
I love the fact that as this bid is going on and guns start shooting back and forth, and China White doesn't even blink. She's just like, so who wants to buy it, guys? Guys,
Look at all the
next bidder?
cares I don't actually give.
Are we done getting shot? Let's get back to business.
Excuse me, I need to murder a man.
All right. Sorry, I'm reading Twitters and all this other good stuff. Either way, the reason I brought that up is because, and I don't know if this is what this was leading into, but after Maceo came down and there's the big fight, blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, I'm late. You were right on time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Cute.
After school special. But
ship
no,
it.
but China White does say at that point, huh?
And I've murdered Lex.
I have no idea what just
She
happened.
said she ships it.
Oh.
What,
Yeah.
Oliver and Maceo?
Yeah.
I'd watch that show.
Me too. I would watch that TV program.
Massey Oliver?
The buddy
Molly,
cops who became
Molly,
Molly. The buddy
Aleo?
cops who became more than buddies.
You know, this is just a
When they reboot Lethal Weapon, it better be that movie.
Yes.
Anyway,
So anyhow.
As you were.
Well, actually, I was going to talk about the fact that China White made the phone call that she wants the Yamashiro's dead, and I'm wondering if that is now how we're going to find out what happened to Masayo's son.
Could be,
Yeah.
but oh, that's true. They did manage to get away without. That's right. We don't know where they are.
I don't know. Ladies, I have a random question for you guys. I'm so sorry. But as we watch these flashbacks, and we watch
Maceo.
Poseidon.
Shut up! As we watch Maceo, I mean, I'm a girl of yellow, right? But I'm generally not attracted to my people.
Check,
I'm so
please.
sorry. But as I watch him, I'm like, oh, he's just getting cuter and cuter.
Maceo?
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
He's a bad butt.
He's been a
and
dreamboat
blood
from the
on his
beginning.
cuss, okay? And he's got great cheekbones. I'm just saying.
That's what does it for me.
Yeah?
It's cheekbones.
Hey.
On an Asian guy.
Oh, we have the same type.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Almost took a turn.
Like I said, buddy cops that are more than buddies. I would watch that TV program.
Absolutely.
Hey, and it's a mixed race duo.
I like.
What was that?
Oh, because I was about to say we need to see more Asians in freaking nighttime
Everywhere?
TV.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Yeah. All right, which brings me to my next trivia question that has absolutely nothing to do with Asian people. But
Nothing.
what
still love
type of bow is primarily used in season 2 and 3?
It's a super technical question.
It is, and Lord knows I don't know if I can pronounce the answer, so we're going to let Lex do that as soon as somebody tweets the answers to us.
Okay.
Okay.
Poseidon.
Shut up.
Trivia question: who's the other inmate on the island? We already know, Andre. It's Captain Boomerang.
What?
He just wasn't there because we couldn't pay for 2 cameos. And he
Is that what
didn't
that
matter.
was?
Yeah, he wasn't going to
Okay.
help anyway.
Nah.
Do we have an answer?
No, you literally.
Wow!
Wow.
Someone DM'd you and it didn't show up in the tag. I need to know what the. So you don't actually read
Lance,
it on the.
Okay, let's talk about Lance and.
Someone wants this to be a very different podcast.
Inappropriate.
Okay, so I can't reach my phone. All right, so
No wonder it wasn't in the tag.
Let's talk.
Is it in the tag?
I don't think so. I don't know.
No wonder I didn't see it.
So,
Oh boy.
so wait.
Oh no, it's in the tag. Dude, seriously?
Even if she was.
Okay, see now those are. Our viewers are very clueless right now, and we're going on. It's like inside jokes. It's not very nice of us. So
Team Diggle.
Let's talk about Detective Lance and the flashbacks.
Yes, his flashback hair is majestic.
Yeah,
Dude, that's the Harry
expand.
Dresden
I want to hear you talk. Come on.
It is. What?
I said expand. I want to hear you talk.
Did you not
About
put
his
that
flashback
together?
hair?
Yeah,
Wait, what is happening
There's
right
a
now?
lot going on.
Why is everyone talking to me now?
because I want to hear your perspective since you thought it was so majestic.
And because I like to see the look of dawning, on your face.
That's right. It is actually.
You
That didn't occur
realize
to me at
that
all.
it's Harry Dresden.
Oh.
Had a pair of kids with River Song.
Oh wow. Oh, this just became a different show for me.
Those of you who are listening on iTunes really should be watching on YouTube because the facial expressions tonight have been priceless.
I feel like I've been sleeping this whole time.
I didn't even know it just happened. But I do know that someone's trying to.
The streams just crossed in a major, major way.
So, anyways, talk to us. Why do you
About the
think
hair?
Oh, is that what was majestic?
Yes.
Oh my god.
No, the hair.
We have an answer from Shirag, and he says compound bow.
Yeah, that is technically correct.
There's
That's
two
what I
titles
was thinking.
before that.
That's
though.
technically correct. If anyone else answered, I want to give people the opportunity to answer, but
That's
that is technically
super
correct.
Special
I know.
compound bow.
I mean,
Not wrong.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's all over. Everything he has.
That is technically correct. You want me to?
Yeah, you-
Okay. It's an Oneida Kestrel compound bow, but that compound bow, that's correct. I wouldn't have expected, if somebody got Oneida Kestrel specifically, I would have been very, very, very
Andy
impressed.
Epsilantis did, as did Jermaine Parchment.
Yes.
I love you guys.
Now, how many of you Googled that?
I am. Oh no.
All right.
Dead
well,
silence.
okay,
Since
guys.
nobody them to reply.
They're all calling right now.
I'm getting a thumb in my face. What's up?
So since this guy doesn't want to talk about Detective Lance's flashback and only his hair, I will go ahead and talk about
That
it
was the
for you.
segue.
Oh, is that what that was?
Hair is always a segue,
Smooth, bro.
This is the
Smooth.
show.
right? As sleek as Lance's hair.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Well, we get to see a little bit of him during his heyday of alcoholism.
Yes.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's like,
Say, the glory days of boozing.
well, you know, and the thing is, the way it tied in nicely is the fact that he's getting over his daughter's death the first time, and then we go back to present time, and unfortunately, he's going through dealing with his daughter's death the second time.
There was a moment, the first time we see him at the bar talking about, saying to Laurel about, your position's helping you get over Sarah's death. For a second, it didn't click with me that we were in flashbacks, and I thought in a week he grew his hair out.
I didn't know. I was like, oh,
your
he
hair
grew his hair
grow.
out and it's dark.
Yeah.
There's no
Mine didn't
grays.
do that in a week.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, sure, I'll go with it.
Though, I mean, bringing it in.
Thank you. Thank you.
I I really liked this whole thing, like all the flashbacks, and especially Lance, because you've seen how far these characters have come.
Yes.
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
But it's jarring to see the past versions.
Yeah.
And to see Tommy alive and kicking.
I love that he was playing Big Brother for a while and
Yeah.
looking out for Thea, and at the same time Laurel, although we see him start to move in on Laurel a little bit, we see the beginning of that relationship. But yeah, I really enjoyed him trying his best to protect Thea and keep her out of trouble.
Can I say the sushi line was simultaneously the best and worst pickup line I've ever heard?
I wonder if that's ever worked for him.
I mean, probably because he's rich and that removes a lot of barriers, but
it
I
does.
would still punch a guy in the face if he tried that with me.
Depends on how rich he is.
No, there would still be face punching.
Oh, I mean me.
Oh, okay. So
Want a guy to eat sushi off your body?
Not really, but if the price tag is high enough, everything's negotiable.
all right, so we now know that Lex is a man whore.
Well, is it more than you would pay for Omega?
That depends. Are we talking 50 million for Armageddon?
I mean, yeah, Armageddon.
75 by
sushi
the
off your
time the
body.
auction was interrupted.
If you paid me 75, you can eat sushi. That's a lot of money.
Okay.
Throw some-
And
throw some
Alikona
tunes
realizes she is the one sane man on this panel.
I'm just trying to get back to the show for you, or maybe
Yes.
you're enjoying all this.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm sure they went to make popcorn.
At this point, the last thing I will say,
Take a
because I
shot
keep on
every time
saying,
Lex starts laughing.
It's all just so great.
Isn't it though?
I just keep on saying, so Lance. So the last thing I will say is one of the things I loved about this episode is heartbreaking, but at the very end when he's visiting Sarah's grave and Laurel shows up trying to talk to Dad, and Dad finds out Mom has already known. It was so sad too because he said, "Oh God, I don't know how we're gonna handle this with your mom." Yeah,
Mom
she knows. And
But
of course,
Mom guessed it.
well, you could have not let her know that her guess was right. But at the same time, I get it. Like she wasn't.
You could have done the
worried about-
Oliver look away.
Yeah, that's super effective.
Well, either way, it really hurt my heart when he
used Leah.
said.
Thea
Super
used
effective.
interrogate.
But I also know, okay, to what
Go
you're
on,
saying.
Alikona.
To what you're saying, the difference in wow. But like, look at how you do see a lot of growth in Detective Lance, because look what happened the last time he found out his daughter was dead. He went and got really, really trashed and continued to do so for quite a while. This time, you see that his immediate. It's like, okay, when Laurel says we should go to a meeting, yeah, he makes it a point to say we're not going to the same meeting.
But yeah, we'll
but
go.
he goes to a meeting.
Right.
The fact that he even has a bottle shows how
shouldn't.
close he is to
Yeah.
breaking again,
Yeah.
but it didn't look open when Laurel took one and poured, well, essentially
homie.
a dozen out.
Right.
It didn't look like it had been open. Like the temptation was there, but he was not giving into it. And
I thought she was gonna
he has
drink it.
Yeah, that was Laurel. No, oh,
good.
good.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Right.
You still massively screwed up, but at least you didn't add that back on top
Right.
of it.
Right.
Good character choices.
But you
Which
were
is
going to
not
say
something
something.
you hear very often in the show.
Yeah, really.
Oh. But you were going to say something, but I will interject and just say I liked the fact that he, well, I didn't like it, but, he had said to Laurel, because she is wrong. We kept saying it. She's so wrong for keeping the secret for so long, and I understand she didn't want to upset her father to affect his health and everything else, so she thought she was doing it for the right reason, but it was still wrong. And he'd even said, the one thing that you and I had was this bond with each other, and you totally broke the bond, and now I don't know how I'm going to live through this.
Yeah, she tanked their relationship.
Hard.
Yeah.
It makes me sad because when you lose your daughter, the next person you turn to would be your other daughter or family member, and he can't even do that.
No, there's no
Because he's
trust
lost
left.
her too.
Yeah, pretty much.
In much the same way that Oliver's lost Thea.
Ah.
You're
No,
disagreeing.
no.
Episode.
No,
Episode
you know what?
themes.
Don't
Episode
who hired these
Episode
hosts?
themes.
Jeez. Okay. So
Hey, you invited me
my
on.
last trivia question. I don't even know what accent that is. Okay.
It's like pseudo-French.
Slightly.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Nick E. Tarabe. What are
Poseidon.
those? Okay, anyways. Oh, I know the answer. I think a lot of people are going to know this.
Googling it.
Nick Tarabe, yep, Boomerang, and Katrina Law, who plays Nyssa, and Manny Bennett are also on What Show, or we're on What Show together. That's a pretty easy one, so I'm waiting. I hope my Twitter feed blows up hardcore.
Please
y'all should
don't
know
Google this.
I know this one because someone actually put it on Twitter completely unrelated, and I thought it was hysterical.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, either way, I want to start getting into our news and gossip because I got tons of fun pictures. For those of you who are listening on iTunes, thank you so much. Please make sure to rate and comment, but don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Subscribe and all that good stuff. And you can see my really cool pictures and Lex's really awesome faces.
Hello.
Ha! So, let's get into our pictures if they are queued up. Oh, so I spoke last week. Unfortunately, pictures weren't working, and now that they are, I was talking back about Cupid is coming to join the
Suicide Squad.
Thank you
Yes.
for filling in the blank.
Welcome.
So I have a picture of them looking real nice and hardcore, and I just thought I'd show it because I like it. Now let's move to our next picture. I just thought this was funny. This is Paul Blackthorne, and I am not sure. He's a general of some sort way back in the day, and I don't know what movie or show it is, so if you do, you can tweet me the answer, just because I'm curious to know. Oh, and we have our first answer from the God of the Sea, 521. Spartacus. Yes, sir.
It is indeed.
It is. See, doesn't it sound so much cooler? You're the God of the Sea. Okay.
Is that just because you can't pronounce Poseidon?
Yeah. Shut up. Anyway, so this next picture, if anybody thinks like Katie Cassie and Willa Holland's real hot, I got this picture just for you. Because
Super
Katie
hot.
Cassie looks real cute with her eyes crossed, for those of you guys who are listening to the podcast.
Duck face thing
Duck
happening.
face, eyes crossed, and Willa's got her tongue hanging out and looking, she's real scared. Anyways,
That
it was
actually
cute.
is
It
an
was fun.
appropriate reaction to the face Katie Cassidy's made.
Yeah. Jelon Gittins also gave me Spartacus 2, as did Arrow Beastie 16.
That's the be strong, Clarence, be strong for mother face.
Oh, I got somebody actually also said too, Hover Girl said, I kind of feel bad for Laurel since it's obvious Sarah was Captain Lance's favorite daughter.
I feel like Sarah was his little girl,
Yep.
Yeah.
but Laurel is the one that he connected to the most.
Right, right. Any user. Let's go to our next picture because
Any
this is fun.
loves to move.
Oh, okay. So this is a picture of Stephen Amell. I don't know if he's going and practicing a dry run of something they're about to shoot because he's got his little jacket on. He's got his wig on and some barrettes holding his wig down.
Is that a radio in his hair or is it a clip?
It's a clip. Yeah, he straight up has hair clips and he's jogging over a train track or something with his pant legs rolled up. It's real sexy.
I feel like we need hold my hair clip. I got your hair clip, baby. Go kick his butt.
I can't. And it's not even, they're not even bobby pins. They're straight up big, huge silver clips.
Like salons use.
Yes. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. So let's move on to our next
They're
picture.
Maceos.
The picture.
Hello. So speaking of Spartacus,
Oh, hey.
Holy
okay.
actual butts.
This is going to lead into something hilarious.
The abs
This is the cover way back from Spartacus when Manu Bennett was on Muscle and Fitness, clearly looking amazing, and he's got his outfit on with the metal loincloth, if you will, and this strappy thing over his shoulder that looks like snakeskin. Let's go to our next picture.
It's his fleece.
So inside, they give you a diagram of how to do the Spartacus Manu Bennett workout. I find it humorous that the cartoon of him punching a punching bag, he's got the same outfit on. Like, they made sure to draw his outfit, right, on the demo.
Because you have to wear that if you do the exercise.
Right.
Of course.
Oh, but wait, let's look at the next picture.
What the?
Okay,
What?
it's an ab workout. You kind of have poses like this
It's
in
cat
yoga
cow
as well, yeah.
Okay, so for listening on the podcast, we have the cartoon man in the Spartacus outfit on all fours doing the cat cow with arrows showing us the direction we should be thrusting on all fours in
dear.
the
Yeah.
Spartacus outfit. Who
This
thought that was
is-
appropriate for a man's magazine?
This is
Fitness.
role reversal 50 Shades of Grey.
Is that what that is?
50 Shades of Spartacus.
That's, yeah.
And I have to say, I love Gillian Davila because she answered, is it Spartacus? And then in parentheses, I'm going to be honest, I Googled that. You are a wonderful human being.
Okay, the Andy Epps says that Paul Blackthorne picture looks like it's from Once Upon a Time in India. I'll have to look that one up. Thank you.
Andy
spoiler.
Epsilantis is really in the conversation tonight.
Yeah.
He's also a wonderful people.
Do I have any more pictures? I don't recall. Oh, the Adam
Another character in hockey equipment.
because we saw a sneak peek of that for the preview for the next episode. Really?
It's so
Want
bad.
some apps with that?
It really,
What do we
He
think,
has
Twitter?
no
What do we
design
think
aesthetic.
of this outfit?
I am perfectly happy to blame it all on Ray Palmer because my gosh, that man cannot design his way out of a paper bag.
I mean, I think it looks less silly than it would if he was wearing spandex. So, I mean, it's a functional suit.
Is that what that is?
I think they
Yeah.
went from the spandex deep end of silly straight off to the other deep end of what on God's green earth are you
He's
wearing?
a
I'm wearing a
goalie.
robot.
I am wearing what the 1950s thought 2010 would look like.
Why don't we all dress
I
like
don't
that?
know. All right, well, I want to get into predictions, guys. Cut everybody off.
And now,
Like the freeway.
Yes. Predictions. Our first prediction comes from a Twitter follower. And it's more of a spoiler, so cover your ears if you don't want to hear it. If I say your name wrong. I say woo. Jawan, who has a lot of J's.
Jaquan?
Jawan.
Jay Jaquan?
Is that what that is? Jawan. 14. Spoiler alert, they may bring Sarah back using the Lazarus Pit because the artist drew her rising out of it.
They better do something with a Lazarus Pit.
Lex is very upset about
someone
this.
does art about it doesn't mean it's canon.
I mean, but was it the art from the comic? Could you specify, please?
Yeah, that would be great.
Because it just says the artist drew her, and I don't know who the artist
Tweet
is.
links at us.
Is it the storyboard artist? Is it the...
Well, I know that...
pictures or it didn't
Is it
happen?
Jean Dujardin from the movie The Artist?
I don't know. So my last piece that I'll give you guys, spoiler-wise, and this is just a prediction. It's something that somebody else had written, so it's not my own words. But someone mentioned that the original title for the episode, The Secret Origin of Felicity Smoke, was titled Oracle. Hence, they think that quite possibly that is where she may be going, and Katie looks like she's gonna fall over.
Oh no, I'm Helix Marsilius wrote, Ray wants to be in Pacific Rim 2.
Yes.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Anyways,
People on Twitter are wonderful tonight. My gosh.
I will say, for all intents and purposes, Felicity's already their Oracle.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't think they're going to go the shot in the spine route. Because one, it feels a little gratuitous with everything that's going on,
It'd be
and
too much of a downer.
Well, and the point was that it got Barbara Gordon, wasn't it, out of the Batgirl outfit and into a different role because she was physically incapable of continuing as Batgirl.
Right.
Whereas Felicity has been tech support, strategy, all of that from day one. And we already threw the Birds of Prey thing out the window because this version of Huntress is...
All right.
So that's not going to work.
Ziwas seems to think, and if I said your name wrong, I'm sorry, that he doesn't think Sarah's going to come back because she's been buried for a while now. Is there a certain time frame that you have to be put in the pit? Or
I feel like if you're necrotic, there's going to be issues.
Yeah, if all that's left is
zombie
bones
meat?
and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it's going to turn into this week's episode of Gravity Falls with the skeleton coming out of the
Skeletons and
fireplace.
All right, guys, let's wrap up some predictions. Tari, I haven't heard anything from you, so give it to me. Oh, baby, bring it all to me.
Prepared.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Can we keep it going, Lex?
Right on in. Oh.
Thank you, Lex. Are you a baritone or a bass?
That was Tori.
I know. I'm making fun.
So anyway.
But yeah, I mean, we know from the preview that Merlin gets captured in some way, shape, or form.
Finally.
So I think the next episode is really going to focus on whether Oliver will go after him. I mean, him being captured essentially alleviates everyone of the
Just let
burden
him
that they
die.
have. Yeah. However, Oliver still does have a score to settle with Raish.
I feel like Oliver's so anti-killing people
Rosh.
that somewhere in the back of his mind he's going to think to rescue Merlin just to be a rescuer and then try to get even with him in some weird way.
Right.
The only reason he'd rescue Merlin is because he's still under the impression that he needs him. I do think that Thea is the one that called down the League of Assassins in the first place, which is interesting because that was going to be my prediction for Endgame, was the League of Assassins shows up in Starling. They show up, they take Merlin, they don't take Thea? Question mark? So, who knows? That will be really interesting, and that completely derailed my predictions for Endgame, but nonetheless.
So, really quick, I apologize to cut your thought off, but we got a few answers. First of all, the Andy Epps says that there is no timetable for the pit because it's regenerative, so... Yeah. And then the other one, Ash5608, says that... Oh, in regards to the picture, that he thinks that one of the producers... Wait, that doesn't... I'm sorry.
One of the producers there's a word missing.
To a picture. Yeah, linked to a picture, maybe? That could be it. But
Also,
producers
Tari ranked
like,
these shows.
producers like trolling people.
That's true. They
It's
like to...
so easy to do when your fan base is so eager for answers.
Very true. All right, guys. Gonna be abrupt and just say we're running out of time, so we appreciate appreciate you joining us here at AfterBuzz TV. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and find us on Twitter. As you know, I am at Kiss My Passport, and I keep telling y'all, ladies, gentlemen, you may not enjoy my beauty tips, but ladies, look at me, look me up. You can look at me too.
Look at me.
It's not that fun, but you can. You can look up my YouTube channel. It's Boys and Beauty with Alikona. You have to put my name in there, otherwise YouTube's crazy and it won't find just Boys and Beauty. But if you do, I appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe on there, and I will love you forever. Okay, next.
Lex Michael, Twitter handle at the Lex Michael. I don't have a beauty tip show yet.
But he follows my tips.
I do.
Okay, anyways, moving on.
I'm Tauri J. Miller. You can find me on Twitter at Tauri J. It's Taurijay. You can also find me here on AfterBuzz TV on panels such as the Flash panel, the 100 panel.
The show's great.
Yeah, yes. Which panel do you like more?
You'll never know. I already told you.
Yeah, you did.
No, he said which panel do you like more? So you're saying you like the Flash panel better than you like our panel. Okay, so anyways, what's your Twitter handle?
We're gonna have to throw down with Roxy. Is that how this is going to end?
Hey, I don't want any violence.
All right,
I
too
like
late.
everyone equally.
I don't want any violence. I'm on the Arrow panel. My name is Katie Cullen. You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram at Kiaxet. That's Kiaxet. I am also on the Star Wars Rebels panel, which will hopefully be back next week if they ever decide they want a consistent airing schedule again.
Alrighty, so thank you for joining us. We had tons of fun tweeting at you, so keep doing it, and we will see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.